Hello everyone, in today's video I am going to cover how to display categorical variables. First of all, let's do some review. What is categorical variables? Categorical variable is represent the type of data which might be divided into groups, such as race. You can divide race into Asian, Caucasian, Hispanic, African. Also, another type is sex. You have male, female, non-binary, different age group, educational level. These are considered categorical data. So, the difference between categorical data and numerical data is when the add and subtracting doesn't make sense. It's not sensible. Then we will place these into categorical variables. Okay. So first is the frequency table. Use a categorical name for each row and records the total counts of each value. A relatively frequency table gives the percentage in each category. So A, using a group's data, create a frequency table and relate it to frequency table with eye color as the categorical variable. So in here, the first thing we want to know is the total number. The total number is going to be 5 at 3 at 2 at 3. So total would be 23. So out of these 23 participants, we have 5 participants with blue eyes, 13 participants with brown eyes, 2 participants with 2 eyes, and 3 with other color. So the relative frequency is going to be the number of the blue eyes out of the total number, which is 5 out of 23, which is approximately 21.74%. And then for the brown eyes, the frequency, the relative frequency is going to be 13 out of 23, which is approximately 52%. Green eyes is going to be 2 out of 23, which is approximately 8.7. And then other is going to be 3 out of 23%, which is 13.04%. So one thing that we need to be careful, when we add all of this frequency together, the sum, the total, is going to be 100%. This is a must have to be 100%. If when you add the number up with the frequency and the sum is not equal to 100%, that means you did something wrong. Okay, now is bar charts. Bar chart is a little bit similar to histogram. We use the bar chart to show frequency. First of all, we need to draw a x-axis and y-axis. So the x-axis is going to show the x-axis is often where the different categories are represented. In this case, we have blue, brown, green, and other. And the y-axis, which is the vertical axis, this is a numerical scale that represents the quantities or the frequencies that associated with each category. In this case, we have we can start with 5, 10, 15, and 20. Okay, so in blue, we totally got we've got 5 people. And for brown, we have 13 participants. Identify them, their eye color as brown. And then for green eyes, we got 2 people. And others has 3 people. Okay, so one thing we need to be careful about is the gap. So there is a gap in between the bars and they shouldn't be touched. So that's the differences between the histogram and bar chart. So in histogram, they can attach to each other, but for bar chart, you can't. There must be a gap. Okay, now the second is pie chart. So we know that the bar chart is to show you the frequencies. The pie chart shows the relative frequencies. So in here, our pie chart, we start with a pi, and then we separate them since it's a relative frequencies, so we need to know the percentage. So in here, earlier, we already calculate the percentage, such as for the blue eyes, it's 21.74. So when we draw it, we don't need to be very accurate, but we need to be approximately. So 21%, 22% is very close to 25%. So this is a little bit less than a quarter of the circle. So this should be our blue eyes, and you want to label that is 21.74%. It's a little bit less than 25%, which is a quarter of the chart. And then the next one is brown. Brown is 56.52%. So we want it to be a little bit over 50%. So maybe in here. That still looks very straight. And okay. So we have our brown eyes, 56.52%. Now the next one is the green eyes. The green eyes is 8.7%. So the rest of the area is going to share with the green eyes and the other color of eyes. So we know the other color is going to be slightly a little bit more. So we can have more space for the others, which is 13.04%. And for the green eyes, we have 8.7%. So here is our pie chart. So next one is what proportion of the group has blue eyes. So remember that when it comes to our notation, if it's a categorical data, we will use proportion. If it's numerical data, we want to investigate the mean or average. So the proportion is going to be here, 5 people out of 23 people has blue eyes. Or we can say 21.74% of people has blue eyes. Now, what proportion of people has green or brown eyes? So if it's or, that means they can be both. So we use addition to add these two together. So for the green eye, we have 5 people out of 23 people has green eye. Other people, we've got 3 out of 23. So totally, it's going to be 8 out of 23. Or you can use a percentage, which is 21.74% at 56.52% equals to, not 52, sorry. 3. Oh, brown eyes, not others. Sorry, I was wrong about that. It's brown eyes, so it should be 13 people out of 23, and this is 18. So for brown eyes, we have 56.52%. So totally combined is 65.22%. Okay, thank you for watching this. I'll see you next time.